Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to Season 3, Episode 11 of my Rugby League Live 3 West Tigers Career Mode. Now this is actually a really interesting episode. Now first up, we get a game against Manly, followed by a game against the Rabbitohs, who also got recruitment. Recruitment has just opened, so for those interested in who we're going to be signing for next season, you'll be able to see what happens in terms of re-signings and bringing players in. Now it's not going to be everyone who's signed currently, because that will happen over a period of time. We didn't re-sign everybody at one go, or sign all the players we want. There will be some in the next few episodes, but yeah, for the most part, everybody will be re-signed and that sort of stuff. But yeah, moving on to this game against Manly. Manly usually a side that gives us a bit of a run. Now, obviously, if you saw last time we played them this year, I think we smashed them, which sort of went against the grain of, like I said, the games previously, which had been quite tough, including golden points I don't know if it was golden point, but a really, really close game. And you can see right here from the get-go, Manly just being stupid, wet weather football, throwing offloads. Now, the wet weather had nothing to do with that try, but I suppose it kind of just set the bar, or I don't really know exactly how to put it, but set the tone for the game in terms of being a few little errors, a few dumb errors there. You saw Griezmann actually starting the game. Now, the reason being is David Clemmer still suspended, or I suppose this is his first game suspended, possibly. Maybe it was last game. But yeah, he got suspended for I think 2 or 3 games. So yeah, he's not playing in this one. I think we moved Sam Thaiday to prop, possibly. I don't know exactly how we rotated the team exactly, but yeah, you can see Sam Thaiday in the number 10. So Sam Thaiday moved to prop, and we put in Griezmann in the second row. I assume that's to keep Sam Mau in the side, because I'm really enjoying playing with him. He's got decent pace. He just seems to be a really good player. But see right here, Luke Brooks ends up with the ball. Now he makes a little bit of a break, but I showed that because Manly were actually making a few breaks, and you saw they dropped the ball, which resulted in Luke Brooks kicking the ball backwards, which I thought was quite funny. Now, 20 minutes in, and there is a penalty. It is 6-0, so it hasn't been a demolition job by any means, but you see Granville is going to go through, and he's going to score the first try of the game for us, or so for himself, second try for us, and Curtis Sierra will kick the goal, making it 12-0, so we have got that bit of a gap there, starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. Don't have to worry about having a BS try scored against us or anything. But right here, Nofaluma looking to score, and he gets absolutely smashed by Hiku. Now, usually Nofaluma, I'd say 9 times out of 10 finishes that. You can see right here, I think it's Chase Blair, just gets a little offload away to the number 2. I think it's George Tafua possibly. Sorry, it's Jeremy Hawkins actually who ends up scoring, but you might be thinking, why did you hold off? Why didn't you go up to him? Basically, I thought either way, if I go up to him, they're going to pass it. If not, if I hang back, they're probably going to pass it to him. I was just trying to think of the best solution to what I should do. Do I go around the legs? Do I go up high? Do I just fake going in and then try and take the other runner? I was trying to figure out what to do, and fortunately went for the wrong option. Maybe there wasn't even a right option, but you see Manly getting their way back into the game here as they're about to score their second try of the game. Peter Hiku this time, he ends up scoring from a bomb. Now this just shows we have not been playing smart. Stupid errors, dropping the ball, stupid offloads. It's exactly what I said was going to happen at the start. And just before halftime, Tedesco has one more chance here, gets an offload, and once again another drop ball, which did result in a half chance for Manly. Maybe they could have threw the ball. The computer doesn't seem to drop the ball, so maybe if they got an offload away, we're in a bit of danger there. But we did survive to halftime. You can see 12 all. Yeah, we've been playing okay, I suppose. But you see Kevin Maguire here fumbles it once again. Thankfully this time Jake Granville picks it up, but that was sort of a blown opportunity. Probably should have got, definitely should have got the ball off earlier. But you can see right here, a penalty which did result in a sin bin warning. But Tim Simone goes very close there, stepped around one and palmed off another. And then Granville gets a pass away to Martin Tapau, the current Manly player. He ends up crossing the line there. That was very simple stuff. Didn't even need to palm off anybody. He scored a few tries just going through and palming players for us this season, but this wasn't one of them. Just went through the gap. And Curtis Sierra kicks the goal, extending the lead to 6 points. Also, he's getting the lead, as it was 12 all before. But yeah, we've got it's a 6-point ball game at the moment, and this is going to be a pretty good bomb here. Tim Simone gets under it, gets it to Kevin Maguire. Wasn't sure what to do, thought we screwed it up there, and we kind of did nearly. Thankfully the step worked out okay for us, but man, we nearly butchered that try. That was going to be a try for all money, every day of the week. Anybody could have scored that except us, except we nearly screwed it up. Thankfully it didn't work. Thankfully we didn't screw it up, and extend the lead to 12 points. But yeah, just shows that we're not exactly on form for this game, but we're doing enough. And you saw another error from us. You can see Manly can pick up the ball. If the ball hits the ground, the computer can do anything. But we're going to find ourselves having to do a little bit of defence here. You can see a nice tackle by Kevin Naguama, but does result in Manly forcing their way over the line. Unfortunately for them, they were held up, but they are going to get quite lucky right here. Another drop ball. They are going to get lucky, but it was great pressure from them and just absolute stupidity from me. I don't know why I decided to pass the ball repeatedly there. Well, I know why I did it, because we were trying to get out of our own end. It wasn't really working too well, but at the same time, it was never going to work. They got up in our face, and that's what you got to do against us, I think. But right here, they make another break in there, putting serious pressure on us to try and even the scores up. But yeah, we're going to get pretty, I'm not lucky, but we're going to get fortunate that there is going to be a player sim-in, which does pretty much kill the momentum that they had. And see Sutton Mau off the bench here, player we were talking about earlier, that we pretty much changed the side up to include him in it. He did make a bit of a break, and Kevin Naguama is going to find himself over the line. They started to drag him back a little bit, but then he forced his way back over, and he ends up scoring the try, pretty much wrapping up the game. And you can see 28-18. It should be 30-18 as Curtis Sironen kicks the goal. He is 5 from 5 tonight, or this afternoon, I suppose. And yeah, we're just doing what we have to do. You can see right here, Cameron King, I think it was him, he was tackled there, just took a run out of dummy half with the defenders backtracking, which resulted in Madai holding on too long and another sim bidding there. So they're down to 11 men on the field, and unfortunately we couldn't even take advantage of it. You're going to see here Manly are the one making the breaks, but they do throw a pass straight to Luke Brooks there. Now I think it was Ballon coming across, maybe could have made a tackle on Luke Brooks, at least an attempt, but he backed off and Luke Brooks scored, and that was just the icing on the cake for this game, really. You can see the scoreline is going to be 36-18, but I don't think that accurately reflects the game entirely. But you can see here we had pretty good completions. I mean, we had a lot of errors, but 19 from 25 isn't that bad, I suppose, especially considering Manly's 11 from 16. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best performance, but we got away with it in the end pretty comfortably. But and you see Deloise Hoyter actually is going to be out for a few days with a concussion, which isn't a huge deal, but I mean, in terms of backups and that sort of stuff, I suppose he is kind of there. And you saw the other results from the games. Now, I'll talk about this briefly. Recruitment is open. You're going to see us re-signing a bunch of players here. So Aaron Wood's not rated, looking to re-sign him. Luke Brooks is another one. He is a priority signing. Kevin Naguama absolutely been phenomenal for us, and it does help that he's a centre, because if he was a winger, he would be asking for way more. But we do re-sign him on a pretty good deal. Tedesco, our highest paid at the moment, he wanted heaps, but he's someone that I want to keep around at the club. Sironen, another one, and we'll get to it. There might be a little bit of surprising news about Curtis Sironen, but we did re-sign Nofaluma as well, and Aspelli Fine was another one we did re-sign. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Moses Mbai. You can see here, 360,000 is what we are offering, and Moses Mbai accepts it. Now, you might be thinking, why the hell would you sign Mbai when you got a 5'8"? Now, many people have been saying, play Mitchell Moses and, do all that stuff. Get a new 5'8", and that's what we're going to be doing. Mitchell Moses will not be coming in. Mitchell Moses is not good enough for our side currently, but Moses Mbai is a gun on this game, and I was looking forward to bringing him in. Now, there were a few players we looked at last season, like Lola He and stuff, who were kind of similar to Mbai on this game. But they just wanted too much money. They were wanting Tedesco figures of like 600,000, that sort of stuff. Whereas in Mbai there, you saw pretty reasonable 350, 360. That is what he was asking. So I was more than happy to bring him in. Now, yeah, we got some more news that you'll see a few episodes later. But I won't say what it is, but it is quite interesting in terms of the forwards. Now, moving on to this game right here, it is another Origin disrupted game. Now, all the players who were out from the previous game are out this game as well. When I say the previous game, I mean last episode, where we took on the Storm, and there were all the Origin players out. Now, right here, Alex Glenn just has to draw and pass. That's what he does. Gets it to Chris Lawrence, who gets it to Nofaluma, steps around his winger, and he scores. So, great work there from Nofaluma, and pretty much Curtis Sironen set that up, really. Now, we are going to be moving into the forwards next season, should we be here, that is. Moving into the forwards, but he is doing a brilliant job in the 5'8" position currently, and you see it's just been all our way, all one-way traffic at the moment. You see Kevin Naguama, who is in the fullback role, throws a dummy and goes through the gap, and you might be thinking, why is he playing fullback now? That's basically back to the Tedesco playing Origin. Goes back to that, the Origin players being out, and we move Kevin Naguama from the wing to fullback. Now, it is quite funny how Naguama is actually a centre by default in this game who can play wing and fullback. So he's played pretty much everywhere. He's a centre and we play him on the wing. And I just feel like he is a winger on this game, a winger/fullback more than a centre. But I'm sure he could do a great job in the centre position. And, he'll probably get his chance at centre at some point. But Fogarty ends up scoring for them. I believe Inglis is probably their fullback currently still. But obviously, Origin, he'll be out for them. So unless he's actually moved on to another club, but yeah, the Fogarty dude, I think he actually scored against us last time we played them, so that's interesting. But they're going to find themselves on another break here. We're going to have nobody at home, nobody able to catch him. Sam Mau Mau is the closest they'll get, but Jack Bird, who has come across from the Sharks, I assume would be this year, and only this year. I don't think he played there last season for them, but he ends up scoring a try, runaway try, really, just bust through a few tackles. And you can see right here, I keep saying that right here, but we'll just go over it. Rabbitohs they were making a lot of meters. They had a lot of momentum. It's so hard to stop momentum after having points scored against you. But Sal Malma ends up giving away a penalty right there. Just stupid stuff there. High tackle, and he is going to find himself probably on the sidelines for a few weeks at least. And he's just worked his way back into the side, and he's probably just going to find himself back out of the side for the rest of the season, depending on the form of all the players when they come back from Origin. And, Clemens to come back pretty soon. But one thing I didn't mention was another try there. I think it was not Faluma that time again. But yeah, just extending the lead back out to 6 there. Sirenin kicked the goal. But yeah, 18-12 at halftime. I was pretty happy about that. And I should mention, a packed out ANZ Stadium. I'm not sure if we'll ever see that for a game between the Rabbitohs and the Tigers ever. That's not a grand final or a semi-final or whatever. But yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. I don't even think Rabbitohs are going that well in this season. It might be in the 8, but I don't think they're going incredibly well or anything. But right here, they had a chance. Their winger probably should have passed the ball. Not probably, definitely should have passed the ball yet again. Showed this clip. Kevin O'Gorman comes up with a great legs tackle, but they had a chance to score for sure right there. They just had to throw the pass, and there was the try, and they let a try go begging right there. Destroying and passing isn't a strength of this game, but we end up surviving that set. They had a lot of chances. They got held up over the line, and we got pretty lucky that Sirenin just ended up with the ball right place at the right time. And Elijah Taylor is looking to score and kind of kill off the game here. I wouldn't say entirely kill off the game, because we've seen in the previous few games that we've got out to a few try leads and given it up very, very quickly. But yeah, it's pretty much made me feel a lot more confident in the side, and I'll say the players are benefiting from that as well. Curtis Sirenin kicked the goal, but Rabbitohs are going to pull one back here. As you see, Fogarty scores his second try of the game, and actually seems like a pretty decent player, Fogarty. I'm not sure what he's rated, but seems to find himself in the good positions, which I suppose is good for a fullback. And Isaac Luke kicks... Oh, actually, did he kick it? I think he might have kicked it. And yeah, you see Rabbitohs right here. They got another break. Unfortunately for them, no one was in support, and he was going to get rounded up very, very quickly. But yeah, they actually are troubling us quite a bit compared to a lot of other sides. I don't know if this is just us going through a bit of a form slump, and it is weird to say a form slump, and we haven't been losing, but yeah, we haven't been playing the best now. Thankfully, McQueen got Sim in just there. He's not playing Origin or anything. And Curtis Sirenin sort of did a little bit of a pirouette just there, a little bit of a 360, and found himself sort of nearly going in to score. But yeah, trying to take advantage of the players with the short numbers, and that's exactly what we did. We got a ball out to Tim Simone. That was a brilliant pass. That was an absolutely incredible pass there. I think it was Luke Brooks. It possibly was Luke Brooks. Pretty certain it was Luke Brooks who threw that pass. It was a big cut-up pass straight into the gap. Tim Simona, game over right there. I mean, they've got a sim bin. I don't think there's any coming back from that, especially when we're still making breaks. Kitty Glyman, who's back in the side there, up against Aaron Gray, and Kitty Glyman will race away, and he'll score another try, and we're just turning this into a bit of a blowout. Whether it deserved that, I'm not sure, but I'm sort of feeling like we're starting to find ourselves getting into a little bit of form again, starting to rack up some scores now. Obviously, we've been scoring tries and that sort of stuff. I mean, the Storm game, look at that one. But yeah, just these individual games, these two games, not the greatest. But you can see Luke Brooks here going for the corner, and Fogarty comes up with an incredible tackle right there. Now, if this was Rugby League Live 2, they would have just ran right next to him and not went over and made the tackle. But I mean, that was a really, really good bit of action right there. I was going to show a replay as well, because I thought it was a brilliant tackle, but I mean, that Fogarty dude really impressed me for the Rabbitohs. But you can see here, the high tackle from Sal Malmo that we showed earlier, he is going to be suspended. I think we did contested or whatever, but he still got suspended. So 2 matches he's going to be out for. Whether he gets back into the side after those 2 matches, who knows? And yeah, that's where this video is going to end. I think next episode is just going to be another episode like normal with the 2 games. And then there's another bye possibly after that. So enjoy the 2 games while you can, because it's going to be coming to an end pretty soon, and then to be returning. But yeah, that's where the video is going to end. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke Marty, Facebook page and description below, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye guys.